for years, and honestly, I admire and respect more than I can say. She's a beautiful person. She's an incredible speaker. She's an amazing author. She is unbelievably an inspiration and empowered soul. This is a person who actually walks the walk. She talks the talk beautifully, as you'll see, but she walks the walk. She's dynamic. She's inspiring. This is Debi Silber.
It's so good to see you. 2 years. It's been 2 years. It's a long time. We've been through a lot. We've lost a lot, right? Some of us lost our jobs. We lost our health. We've lost loved ones. We lost a sense of safety and security. Some of us lost hope. And everything is different. Everything is different. Even how we greet each other is different. I ran into someone I hadn't seen in a while. Now I'm a hugger. So I go in, I'm going in for the hug. And I see that look, you know the look of panic where someone's like, oh, they're backing up. I'm like, oh no, shoot, think fast. So the only thing I can think of is, stick out your hand and shake her hand. And at the same time, she's going for the fist bump. And I'm like, oh dear Lord, my hand's about to shake her fist bump. This is gonna be terrible. So at the very last second, I pick my hand up and I just start waving. Here it is. I'm a grown woman, I'm waving. I'm waving at someone's fist bump. It's 9 in the morning, I'm ready to call it a day. There's no going back from this already. It's way too awkward. You know? But in the beginning, we were great. We were great. Remember in the beginning, we're cleaning out our closets, right? Getting to those projects we've been meaning to get to. And then we got scared, and then we got weird. Right? Anybody else buy some black market toilet paper? Don't lie. You have a dealer for your hand sanitizer. Don't judge. I'm saying, I didn't recognize myself. 2 in the morning, I'm learning how do you make hand sanitizer. Anybody trying to make hand sanitizer? Yeah. I have like the measuring cups and the test tubes. 2 parts this, 1 part this. Add some lavender so it smells nice. Who am I? Stocking up on water and Pop-Tarts because they last forever. Who am I? Everything was different. One of our kids was studying abroad, and she had to come home early from studying abroad, and this was terrifying. So we meet her at the airport. Remember how scary the airport was in the very beginning? So she flies in, and we meet her outside. I'm just about in a full-out hazmat suit, and I go to greet my kid, and here she is. She comes up, she's got her luggage, and I'm like, wait a second. She's thinking, like, taking a picture, and I whip out, don't judge, I whip out a can of Lysol, and I'm spraying her down. The suitcase, too. Put that thing in the back. Just so you know, tell someone to close their eyes. You're going to spray Lysol. Don't spray Lysol. And some people were forced to homeschool. Now, God bless if that's your thing. In the Silber house, my kids couldn't be more glad they were out of school when this came down. There's an understanding in my home. Don't ask mom anything geographical, historical, mathematical, basically anything with ickle. In the end, don't do it. Don't do it. It's a mistake. And when we had to go in, we went deep within. We didn't like it in there. We didn't like it. Everything we've been trying to run away from. We couldn't run. Everybody we've been trying to run away from. We couldn't run. We didn't like it in there. Explosive behavior. Breakups, divorces, fights. Right? We couldn't take it. We couldn't take it. The rigid, they break. The flexible bend. Flexible bend. Conversations got weird. You know, it used to be respect each other's differences. Agree to disagree. Right? Find some common ground. And then it turned into walking on eggshells and see what side someone's on. What side are you on? What side are you on? Are you on the left? Are you on the right? Right? Vax, don't vax. Mask, don't mask. Right? Explosive. Even how we handled celebrations and events Well, they can come over, but they have to stay outside. Honey, it's 30 degrees. It's okay, let me stay in the car. We'll get the heater on. I'll bring them out a plate of food. We didn't know. We didn't know. We were scared. The rigid, they break. The flexible, bend. Now, for the flexible, it was a whole different story. For the flexible, it was great. Zoom, FaceTime. I could see more friends than ever. And you mean to tell me I don't have to make up some lame excuse or back out of the conversation? I can just click and I'm gone. Greatest thing ever. Right? For work, you just have to steam or iron the front of your shirt. Right? You can wear sweats, no shoes. But the absolute best thing ever, the drive-by celebration. You know the drive-by celebration, right? Where it's like someone's birthday milestone, whatever, and at a designated time, everybody just drives by and honks and waves. You mean to tell me I don't have to get dressed up, wear uncomfortable shoes, stay out late, make small talk? I get full credit for celebrating your event, and all I have to do is honk and wave? Can we keep this one? Greatest thing ever, right? Now, when we went in, we went deep within, and we liked what we saw. We got to know ourselves. We're like, I didn't have time with you. I like you. Passion projects were born. New businesses were birthed. Relationships got closer, right? We realized time is short. Spend time with the ones you love. The rigid, they break. The flexible, they bend. Now, we were all betrayed. We were all betrayed, and that's my specialty, helping people transform after betrayal. I have a whole institute for it. We have certified coaches helping people through it all day long. And this was a betrayal of expectations. Because the expectation, what happens is when there's a betrayal, you expect one thing and you get something else. You're shocked, you're blindsided, you feel like the rug's been pulled out from under you, right? This was a betrayal of expectations because we expected that we can go to work and have our job, and then we don't. The rug's been pulled out. We expected if our kids are of age, they can go to school, and then they can't. The rug's been pulled out. We expected and we trusted that our friends and family will love us unconditionally. And then we have a difference of opinion and a different belief until they don't. This is a betrayal of expectations. Shocked. We're blindsided. That shock lodges itself on our body, on our mind, on our heart. Does that make sense? Some of you know I did a PhD study. I say that because it makes me feel really smart. I did a study on betrayal, and that study made 3 discoveries. One of them was that while we can stay stuck for years, decades, a lifetime, and so many people do, if we're going to fully heal, we're going to move through 5 now proven predictable stages. Trust Again is all about the 5 stages. My book, Trust Again. And what's even more exciting about that is we know what happens physically, mentally, emotionally at every stage, and we know what it takes to move from one stage to the next. Betrayal has become predictable. There's a roadmap to heal from all of it. But you can see this whole experience play out in these 5 stages, in this betrayal experience. Think about it. Starting with stage 2, we were shocked. Right? One day we have a job, next day we don't. One day our kids go to school, next day they don't. Shocked. So we start getting frantic. Right? We're frantic, we're crazy. We're spraying Lysol on our loved ones. You know? We're stocking up on Pop-Tarts. We're doing crazy stuff. We're frantic. You know? And the stress response is ignited. So we're headed for every single stress-related symptom, illness, condition, disease. Our mind, we cannot wrap our mind around what we just learned. This makes no sense. And our worldview has been shattered. Our worldview is our mental model. Don't go here, trust this person, these are the rules. And in one moment, all the rules are gone. The bottom is bottomed out. We have no rules. What do? It's terrifying. The scariest of all of the stages. But think about it. If the bottom were to bottom out on you, what would you do? You'd grab hold of whatever you could to stay safe and stay alive. And that's stage 3, survival. Survival instincts emerge. You figure out how to survive your experience. And once we figured out how to survive our experience, because it feels so much better than the shock and trauma of where we just came from, we think it's good. And because we don't know there's anywhere else to go, we don't know there's a stage 4 or stage 5, transformation doesn't even begin until stage 4. But because we don't know there's anywhere else to go, we plant roots here. We're not supposed to, but we don't know that. We plant roots here. And 4 things happen. The first thing is, we start getting all these small self-benefits from being here. We get to be right. We get someone to blame for our COVID-15. We get a target for our anger. We get sympathy from everyone we tell our story to, and on some level that feels good. So we plant deeper roots. We're not supposed to, but we don't know that. And now, the mind, the ego mind, starts saying things like, it's never going to get better. That's it. It's just the way it is. You better get used to it. So you plant deeper roots. You're not supposed to, but you don't know that. And because these are the thoughts you're thinking, well, this is the energy you're putting out. And like energy attracts like energy. So now you're attracting people and circumstances and relationships towards you to confirm, yeah, this is exactly where you belong. It gets worse, but I'll get you out of here. Because it feels so bad, but you don't know there's anywhere else to go, here's where you resign yourself. You're like, this stinks, but I have to find a way to get through my day. So right here, you start using food, drugs, alcohol, work, TV, keeping busy, reckless behavior, anything to numb, avoid, and distract yourself from what's so painful to feel or face. Does this make sense? Yeah. So my book, From Hard to Healed, is just for stage 3 because there are 5 stages and everyone's getting stuck right there. Anyway, when you're ready, willing is the biggest word here, willing to let go of those small self-benefits and everything you get from it, you move to stage 4. Finding and adjusting to a new normal. That's the times we're in now. Here's where you acknowledge, I can't undo what happened, but I control what I do with it. Right in that decision, you turn down the stress response. You're not healing just yet, but at least you stop the massive damage you've been creating in stage 2 and stage 3. You're creating a new normal. A new normal. And then, of course, there's stage 5 and beyond. This is a time to rebuild trust. And it's my belief that this whole thing happened to put us in one big timeout. You have kids, you put them in timeout, right? To have us think about how we've been living, how we've been treating each other, what we've been doing. And we can always learn from nature. Nature is one of our greatest teachers. My absolute favorite, it's a grass. I thought it was a tree. It's a grass. It's bamboo. Did you know bamboo is a grass? Who knew, right? Anyway, bamboo stays underground for 5 years. 5 years. All the other plants and flowers, they don't last long, but they're popping up. They look beautiful. They all look so nice. They smell so good. Bamboo, it's underground. You don't think anything's going on. And then one day, when bamboo is good and ready, and not a moment before, it shoots up so strong, so powerfully, so unapologetically, with a strength that's compared to steel and concrete. It grows 4 feet in 24 hours. It grows 90 feet in 6 weeks. Now, what you may not know about bamboo is this. While all the other flowers were popping up, and bamboo was just underground and you didn't think anything was going on, bamboo was intertwining, interconnecting, getting support from every single thing under the soil. Bamboo, you see it as one solid reed, but it gets its strength from all of the connecting it was doing under the soil. We're not strong when we tear each other down. We're strong when we lift each other up. We don't create something beautiful when it's created from fear. We create something beautiful when it's created from love. And while we can stand tall on our own, we stand taller when we stand together in community. And when we do, we're as powerful, we're as beautiful, and as flexible as bamboo. Thank you.